Apologies, familia. Hello, apologies. I had to come back in. I wasn't sure what happened to my connection. Streamlabs, the software that I use, apparently just decided to shut down. Had to restart it. So I apologize for the interruption of our last chat. Hey Danny, welcome back. What's going on? I'm so sorry, everyone. The software that I'm using to stream just decided to take it. It's Friday. I'm out. It's Friday. It's past 7 o'clock, buddy. I gotta go. So my apologies. Thank you so much for those of you who came back. You get 100 points just for coming back. I apologize for the interruption. It said it was reconnecting. It was weird. So yes. All right, so we last left off on my nephew, shameless plug, and my nephew telling me he wanted me to get the play button, and I have one more new thing in my life right now. That's one of my favorite things. I've been, I guess, using it. You could say using this new thing in my life. Often now, and I'm excited because it's brought some happiness back into my life, and some of you already know what it is. Some of you already know, but some of you don't, and this is exciting for me. I'm gonna need your help, by the way, because I haven't named her yet, and that is this beautiful Ibanez guitar that Erika gifted me a few days ago. It's one of my favorites. I saw it the other day online and I was like, ooh, that's beautiful color. Everything about it is just super beautiful, and I love it. It's got a tuner, it's acoustic, it's electric, and it sounds... Oh, there it is. I'm back. Okay, I don't know. Okay, cool. All right, we're good. Oh, I guess I should have turned off the music, huh? So, yes, new guitar. She's a girl. So, I'm going to post something on Instagram requesting suggestions for names. You can give me a few suggestions now, and then I can maybe, I don't know, do like a elimination type of thing. And then let you all vote on the name for her. So, excellent. So let's get to some questions. You guys had some questions on Instagram, and I want to give you some answers here. Had some pretty good questions here. All right. I'm not going to mention any names because I didn't get permission from people to say their names. So here we go. Can you all hear me? Am I still good? Not buffering, right? Music is off. Oh, yeah, music is off. Okay. Excellent. Wow, I'm acting like I'm new. Excellent. All right. La otra. Jose. Savage. Coming in with the savage remarks. Jose, by the way, man, thanks a lot for your savage comments on the live videos. You really keep the live chat, the chats bright. Thank you. Oh, I hope that you're doing well out there, Florida and Texas. Sorry, I saw some images on the news earlier today. I guess there's like a hurricane or something. Él dice Sancha, la otra. Yeah. For real, it's like la otra. Like my other guitar. Like I just I took it out of the gig bag and I'm like, okay, you're not in the gig bag. This one's in the gig bag now because we need to protect her and cover her. So yeah. So thank you. Also, I forgot to mention. I actually moved on because I was a little nervous because of the whole buffering thing. But Erika, thank you so much. Can you guys give me like a round of applause for Erika? She's awesome. Give me some fire too for her. Maybe some hearts if you want. Just celebrate her your own way. she's been great. She's been a wonderful support. She's been so supportive. She's been just amazing. The other day, I had to go run an errand, and she actually took my daughter. She took my daughter to school because she had to pick up some books and stuff. She knew that I had to record, so she said, "Hey, if you want, I can take her while you record." And I was like, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Really?" "Yes." And so she went and did that favor for me. So she's awesome. She's wonderful. All right, so questions. I'm gonna do them in order. One, the first one that came in was, do you have a relationship with God? Anybody want to answer that for me? Do I have a relationship with God? How would you answer this for me if you had to answer that? How would you answer this question? Just a yep. Yes. I sure do. Yeah. So yes, I do. Or as my aunt plays around and we always say, yes, I am. Yes, I do. I do have a relationship with God. My relationship is almost no different than your relationship with God, with the exception that I guess I'm not. I guess I could say that I'm a follower of Christ, but I can't say that I've accepted Him just yet as my personal Savior. Only until the Great Spirit says it's time, and I'm not sure if it will happen. I'm not sure if it won't happen. I'm not saying it's off the table, but it is definitely there. Yeah, I'm not an atheist, so I've gotten a lot of emails, messages in the past couple of weeks where people just, I guess they're under the impression that because it says non-Christian, that I must be like an atheist or a non-believer, and that's not true. I am most certainly not an atheist. Let's see, come to the table. I am. I'm there, right? I'm listening, and that's the beautiful thing about exploring the music is I'm getting to learn a lot about how you believe and what you believe, as far as when it comes to the things of Christ. Of course, we're exploring The Chosen, and as you already know, like I'm a fan of Jesus, like for real. Like he comes in all stoically, and he's like calling Mary. By the way, has the Chosen not been awesome? Right? If you guys followed along with me, The Chosen's been incredible. It's an amazing show. And for those of you who haven't downloaded the app, the link is in the description of those videos, so you can download the app and watch it. It's absolutely free. But The Chosen's been great. And you know, when he comes in there, when Jesus came and spoke to Mary, I teared up, of course, like, because you know what he knows, you know what he knows, yeah. So there's that. All right, cool. So next question. This one says, I prepared for this one because I saw this one. I'm like, I gotta prepare an image here. So the question is, sopes for life or Erika? And so, for those of you who don't know what sopes are, this is a sope, okay? And let me move the mouse. So here we have a base which is made out of corn, so it's like mashed up corn, and they make it into like this sort of like what you have before you make a tortilla, but you make it thicker and you make it into like a plate type of shape, and then you fry it so it hardens a little bit. Okay, some people like it crispy. Some people just like it like soft. Crispy is really good. And then once you pop it out of the oil, my family puts refried beans on the bottom, right? And then they put like ground beef, which is amazing. It's ground beef. And then they put tomatoes, sliced tomatoes with lettuce, and then some awesome cheese and a very special sauce that my family has made for years and years and years. It's amazing. So between this incredibly amazing dish and my beautiful girlfriend Erika, of course I'm gonna pick Erika. Because she can make sopes. She hasn't learned yet, but right, they get the best of both worlds. I mean, sopes don't make Erikas, but Erikas can make sopes. So there you go. It's a win-win. Or is that not the right answer? Because it's two. Because I'm trying to keep both, right? All right, next question. What is your biggest pet peeve? I'm curious to know, what do you all think my biggest pet peeve is? Like, what do you think? Like my I can't. What do you think my answer to this question is? I'm curious to see what everybody has to say. Roxana says, I knew the answer. Smooth, sir. Smooth, says Deborah. Awesome. Yes, it's right answer. Because I want to have a girlfriend, of course. Are you still non-Christian, brother? Is it Liddy? Litty? Is that it? Liddy? Yes, I am. Jose, actually, you're right on that. Being called Nardo is not one of my favorite things, but that's not my biggest pet peeve. Rudeness, yeah, Pam, yeah, you I mean, you're not wrong. It's up there. Something that somebody does that is actually kind of rude on all levels, but it really it's cringe. It's like total cringe for me. Oh, let me take these delicious sopes off of the screen because they're making me hungry. Let's see. People who don't subscribe. James. Oh, shots fired. As Jose says, shots fired, Jose. Yeah, people. Let's see. Who else? What else? Jose says that Erika has the inside scoop on that one. Interrupting. Pam, no, not interrupting. I don't mind it. Sometimes interrupting. I just take a step back and I'm like, okay, this is my opportunity to listen. Something, I need to listen. So, Jose says he's leaving. But be sure to subscribe on your way out, Jose, please. Let's see. Cassie says, tell you what you should believe. No, I'm okay with that. Actually, I'm okay with people telling me what I should believe. It is, disconcerting, but I'm okay with that. No more buffering, please. Serious? I'm buffering again? Am I buffering? Serious? No? Okay. All right. So my biggest pet peeve. Yeah. My biggest pet peeve is people chewing with their mouth open. Like I can't even. Like the smacking of the mouth. Like it's pretty bad. I actually have to, like, if I'm eating, even I myself, if I'm eating by myself, I have to turn on the TV or play something louder than my own chewing, because the sound of my chewing is just like, ugh, I just can't do it. I just cannot. It is my biggest pet peeve. It's cringe. It's just like, oh, it's like chalk, the nails on a chalkboard. That's where I'm at. All right, cool. Next question is, what's been the best experience during your channel? What's been the best experience during my channel? What do you all think my answer to this question is? I'm curious to see what people think about that question. What's been the best experience during your channel? What do you all think? Who are the Donnies in the background picture? Oh, yeah, I'll answer that question while you all answer my question. What do you think has been my favorite, the best experience during my channel? So these handsome, beautiful, wonderful people are my grandparents when they were younger. Okay. This handsome young man here is my grandfather when he was like in his 20s. And this beautiful young lady here is my grandmother when she was in her 20s. They were actually 20 years. They were 20 years apart. My grandfather was 44 when he met my grandmother. My grandmother was 22, and my grandmother actually didn't like him at first. But my grandfather had charms, and who could say no to a face like that? Huh? Handsome, very, very handsome. This is actually a picture was black and white. I colored it on Photoshop. It was my first coloring job. I didn't do a great job at it, but it was an awesome project. I have that. By the way, this my grandfather's portrait is what I have right here on my arm. So that was my first portrait of my grandfather. He looks a little weird because I'm like lopsided, but that's him right there. All right, so let's see. What has been my favorite or the best part of my experience here? Let's see your answers. People subscribing. That's okay. I mean, it's not that hasn't been the best. I mean, yes, it's been the best. Okay, don't get me wrong, but there's something even more beautiful. Sharing love, peace, and music. that has been one of my favorite things. Yes. Honestly, my favorite thing, the best thing that's happened, is this wonderful global family that we're all building together. La Familia, that's right, Elia. La Familia. The things that are happening on Discord is just beautiful. I go in there from time to time, and it's just amazing to see how awesome you guys are getting along with one another. I'm seeing some of the stories that you all. Yes, Reckless Love is all. Actually, yes, Reckless Love is like second. Is like 1.5, right? That's been a blessing. Actually, Reckless Love was a huge blessing to my channel, but the best thing I think is La Familia. Seriously, you all have been just wonderful, great to each other. You've been wonderful to me. You've been accepting of me in a world where I was actually afraid to be myself, if I can be honest. Being yourself is scary. Can anybody give me like a hands up if being yourself is scary? You know, you're putting yourself out there. You're really opening up. You're sharing stories about yourself. You crying on if you watch Reckless Love, which I invite you all to look to watch it again. If you watch Reckless Love, you'll see, actually, which one was it? No, the first song that I cried to was As You Find Me. When I was that was the first one, actually. And when I started feeling like emotional, you could see the moment where I like covered my face a little bit, and I was just about to hit stop. I was like, I can't do this. Like crying, like serious online, like to like, no, I can't cry to my 1,344 subscribers. Like that's crazy. Like that's too many people, you know, 1,344 subscribers. Like I can't cry in front of all of them. You know, it's really embarrassing. But opening up, actually, the day that I had that interview with Pastor Chad, huge shout out to my best friend in Texas, one of my best friends in Texas, Jose being my other, I'm not going to say second, my other best friend in Texas. He gave me, so I felt like in his heart, I felt like he was just, like he cared about this ex-atheist and just wanted to hear my story, right? And I don't know, I was just like, I was nervous, but then he sort of gave me permission without actually, well, no, he did actually say permission. He says, look, bro, just no filters, just go for it. And I was like, all right, no filters. You sure about that? He's like, yep. And I was like, all right, fine, here we go. Boom. And I let it go. And I expressed myself honestly and openly, and it's been a wonderful ride ever since. Like seriously, you guys just all have been so wonderful, and I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't scared. I invite you to watch Oceans, the first video that I posted. Watch Oceans and just see how uncomfortable I was. I was recording with my phone, the Samsung S10 Plus, by the way, and I had a sort of one of those cheap Walmart lights that just shot at me. I had a mustache and a beard, and I was wearing this exact same shirt and this same hat that I'm wearing right now. And I had no idea what I was doing. I was super scared, but all I knew is that I just needed to listen to what the Great Spirit told me to do. And I'm very happy that I did. And I'd like to encourage you all to, at some point, be still and hear the voice of the Great Spirit. The great I am, as some of you call it, God, the Holy Spirit, Jesus, whatever you call it. Be still and listen to it. It's got special information just designed just for you. And so I encourage you to take a moment to be still. See, Mauricio Torres says most of the Familia are Christians. Yes, most of the people in La Familia are Christians. There's a small percentage that aren't religious at all, or they call themselves spiritual, and they've joined Discord. For those of you who don't know, CASHAPP for Jose. Actually, yeah. Let me go. Jose, man, you cracked me up, bro. Yeah, the CASHAPP right there for new wardrobe. I need a new shirt. Yeah, and maybe if you all donate, I can buy other colors. So, because blue and black are actually kind of cheap, so that's why I buy them. They're very affordable, but I can buy other colors if you all donate. But yes, Discord. Thank you because Jose said so. Thank you, Mama Bear. Carrie, shout out to Carrie. She's the Mama Bear. She's wonderful on Discord. She's like so supportive, so wonderful. She actually checks up on me and Erika every single day, and she always sends us a message. She calls us her wee bears, and she's just so wonderful. Thank you so much. And I'm loving the stickers, by the way. Can't go wrong with Bob Ross stickers as Sloth and as Papa Smurf. You can't go wrong with that. I look fresh all the time. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Okay. So the best experience has been, La Familia. Thank you all so much. And the beautiful work that you all are doing on Discord. Thank you for the love and support. A very special thanks to John, actually. I know he doesn't like the attention, but I'm going to give it to him anyway. John, like seriously, thank you all. Thank you so much, man. You've been wonderful. I don't have to worry about another app and learning a new app and learning all the technicalities that go behind Discord and all that, and creating, like, you've taken like a huge weight off of my back with that, and you created a wonderful space for a lot of people, who, whether they're Christian or not, to interact with one another, to safely share their testimonials, to comfortably share their a little bit about themselves. We've got all kinds of wonderful stuff going on there. If you all don't know what Discord is, please check it out. The link is in the description. I don't know if it's in the description now, but it will be once I'm done with this Q&A. It's also on the description of my last video, so you can go there and just check it out. It's absolutely free. You download it and you interact with a lot of wonderful people all around the world. It's a global family that we're all building, and we're spreading love, spreading positivity. It's just a great place to be. If you're ever down, just go there and say, "Hey guys, I'm down," and just be showered with blessings and love and kindness and all kinds of awesome stuff, right? La Familia can attest to this. They're all witnesses of the awesomeness that's going on there, right? So, okay. So next question. If you were an animal, what animal would you be? What animal do you all think that I would be? And if you look at me, and I won't get offended if you say monkey, by the way, because I do eat bananas. And I do open them with my feet. Thank you very much. Cassie says raven. Okay, raven. What else? A lion. A wolf. Ooh. A duck-billed platypus. Okay, awesome. Do I get a hat? Can I wear a hat if I'm a duck-billed platypus? Just kind of distract people from my duck bill. A leopard, because Leo. Nice. Okay. A bear. A lion. An Archie. I was waiting for that one. Ha. Okay. A lion. A mountain lion. I would be a Leo. Oh, so I'm a beast. A house cat. Oh man, I think if reincarnation is real, I'd like to reincarnate as a house cat. They're super spoiled. A sparrow. An eagle. Eagle eggs. A raven. Oh, we said that one already. Dog, best friend, faithful. Actually, that's my Chinese sign. I don't know if you all believe in signs. Do you all believe in signs? Maybe. Lion King of the Jungle. Yes, Lion King of the Jungle. Sorry, I was like, Lion King? Cool. I get to be Simba. Simba, remember. Owl. A unicorn. That's new. Okay, cool. A monkey. A bullet. Okay, I get it. Let's see, sign of the cross. Okay, if I can choose an animal for myself, I think I would be... Nobody actually said it, because I'm obsessed. I call my daughter this. A mapache. A mapache is a raccoon, because they do things with their hands. They're like nature's bandits. They dig through trash like I do. I mean, what? I didn't say that out loud. What else? What else do they do? They're just awesome, The meanest thing that I've seen someone do was give a raccoon cotton candy, because you know how they dunk it in water. They dunk their food in water before they eat it. And so they dunked it in water and it disappeared. And the raccoon was like confused. He was like, what kind of witchcraft is this? Yeah, a chupacabra. Let's see. All right, next question. If you could have one superpower, what would it be? Do you all know what my Atlacuache? Not Atlacuache. No way. Yeah, Trash Panda. No, Atlacuache is a possum. Is it possum or opossum? I've heard it both ways. Is it possum or opossum? A possum. Anyway, does anybody know what my go-to superpower would be? What do you think? Oh no, John. John says they're the official animal of 2020 because of the compulsive hand washing, exactly, the constant mask, or was it constant mask? And because raccoon rearranged spells corona with an extra C. Corona, like you're shaking corona. Yeah, the mapache. To fly. Okay, some of you says I'm flying. To be invisible or teleport. What else? My superpower would probably be to be able to beatbox like something like that. Or what's that? Luna gets all impressed. She's like, what? You can do that? Anyway, now she's into beatboxing. I'm not very good at it, but yeah, anyway. Ooh, healing. You know what? It used to be teleportation, but now that you got it, now that you mention it, Pam, I would like to have like healing powers. That would be awesome, actually. I'd be like, hey, I'm going to check out one of these days, and the least I could do is just heal a bunch of people. Bam. And then God's going to be really mad at me when I get up there. What were you doing, bro? I was just healing people. You know? And I think it'll sound something like that. So, let's see. What else? Okay, next question. Who has been your biggest inspiration during this journey? Who has been my biggest inspiration during this journey? Ooh. Who do you all think has been my biggest inspiration during this journey? Deborah says Erika. Cassie says me. Sorry, Cassie, no offense, but James says John. No. Let's see. Jonathan, what's up? Jonathan says, what's up, Leo? And I'm like, what's up, Jonathan? Let's see. John says, hey, my biggest inspiration has been Encarnación. Linda says, Erika, of course. How do you all know it hasn't been Nacho or the Lord's Cheaps? Jose. What music says Jose? Sorry. Let's see. Roxana says, Roxana B. Sorry, Roxana. I love you all, but my biggest inspiration on this journey has definitely been Erika. Oh, can I just like flood the chat with hearts, please, for me? Do it for me, please. Yeah, Erika's been like a huge inspiration for me. She actually was the reason why this whole thing got started. Well, not the only reason, because there were other factors, right? But the biggest one was the day that I left her house, and I was just like, what's the name of that song that was playing earlier? And she's like, I don't know. And I was like, it goes something like, da 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 da. She's like, oh, it's Oceans. And I go, are you sure? Because it didn't say Oceans in it. Because that's the only part I remember was the closing part. And then she's like, I think it is. And I'm like, I think you're wrong. She's like, I think I'm right. And I should have never argued with her. I should have known better, right? She was right. And yeah, I went home. I listened to other versions of it because I thought I listened to Oceans. I put Oceans on, and it was like, it started off with like like that, how it begins. And I was like, nope, this isn't it. For sure, it's not it. And then anyway, I looked up some other songs. I got home. I put on some headphones or earbuds actually. And then 333, right? Got the call. Answered the call. God was like, hey, what do you want to do? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, what do you want to do, man? What do you want to do with your life? I was like, I want to do some music. He's like, you got to be more specific than that. What do you want to do with music? And I'm like, well, I'd like to maybe critique some music. He's like, well, why don't you log into that YouTube channel? And why don't you do some reactions to some music? And I was like, well, what kind of music? And then he played that song in my head. It was like, da 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 da. And I was like, really? And then the rest is history. All right. Next question. Actually, I have a question for you all. What has been your favorite reaction video? What has been your favorite reaction video that I've done so far? And I have another great question actually after you answer this one. Okay, One World Music says Oceans by far. Excellent. Rusty Konnichiwa. Is it Genki desu ka? I don't know how to speak Japanese. I remember a teacher saying something Genki des or something like that, which means how are you, I think. So will I, oceans. So will I, oceans. Excellent. Wow, a lot. Scott Carpenter. Let's see. It says, hey Leo. Scott says, hey Leo, I got a split, but I wanted to say, I know I don't know you, but watching your reactions has made me feel close to you in a way. And and your progression and walk is a beautiful thing to be shared. Thank you so much, Scott. Sad that you're leaving, but thank you for being so polite and actually announcing it. And thank you for your kind words. Thank you for your words of encouragement. I'm glad that you found something good or positive in the videos. Have a wonderful evening or good night or good morning, depending on where you find yourself in the world. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you so much. Thank you for being a part of La Familia. So I guess everybody's like, so will I. Okay, cool. I think So Will I has been pretty popular. Pretty popular. Excellent. Cool. Excellent. Yes, for those of you who don't know about our other, the app and the community that we've got going on in another app called Discord, the link is in the description. Well, will be in the description below, or John has actually just posted the link in the live chat. Feel free to download the app. It's absolutely free. And join the community. Just share your story. You never know. You could probably save somebody else's life by sharing your story. That's the beauty of Discord, is I've seen so many wonderful people say that they were almost like, giving up when they got a chance to meet all these beautiful people on Discord. It turned things around for them. So it's awesome. Let's see. Next question is, okay. Sorry. I almost gave this person's name away because I'm not sure if they're comfortable with it. But 1 month ago, I asked you how you define Christian and non-Christian. What about today? I still sort of define it the same way. I'm not sure how you all feel about this, but I still define it the same way. For me, someone who is Christian is someone who accepts all of the things that come with being a Christian, which is being baptized, accepting Christ as your personal savior, and I guess believing that he died for you for the ending of your sin. I don't know how you to save your soul. I believe that Jesus was a real person. I believe that he had great teachings, great things to teach us. The only difference is that I cannot call myself a Christian because I haven't really gotten to the point where I say I've accepted him as my personal savior, or that I I'm not saying that I don't believe that he died for me. I believe he died, and I believe that he is who he says he is. But I'm not to the point where I have accepted him as my personal savior, because the relationship. And I'll give you the reason, if I can be honest, and I hope that I can be honest with you, and I try to be honest as I can with you all the time. But I have a really close relationship with the Great Spirit, which is closer to me. To me, it's closer to the Father. It's like, it's very intimate. I feel the Great Spirit. I see the Great Spirit in everything that I do. I see the Great Spirit in everything and every person that I encounter. I'm not sure if you all see people in the same way, but if I were a Christian, I would probably see Christ in every single person that I meet. So even the homeless person, even the person who curses me, okay, I know that'll probably sound weird, and I'll probably start a strange discussion here, but even the person who curses me, I would see them as Christ, because I would treat them just as if it were him. Because I would say, well, what if it's him in disguise, testing me, seeing how I would respond if I really am loving my neighbor. Right? And so that's my answer. I still see it the same, and I hope that doesn't offend anybody. Let's see. Somebody else asked, who is a major inspiration for you? Music ability, music wise. Who's a huge inspiration to me? I don't know, because I have favorite guitarists, but I'm not a great guitarist per se, but I don't have like other guitarists that I'm like, oh, I want to be like, or I think they're just the best, right? Excuse me. But musicians, I'm impressed with a lot of musicians, and I find not inspiration per se, but I do find, I guess, beauty in their artwork, in their art form. One is John Mayer. John Mayer is incredible on the guitar, and incredible at songwriting. He makes the weirdest faces when he sings live, but that's his thing. So I find him really impressive. And there's a lot of flamenco artists that I find just incredible. I mean, to be honest, some of the best musicians that I've seen aren't even known. Like, I've seen videos of like people that are like street performers that outdo almost every artist that I've known on the radio today, like, to blow them out of the water. So that's where I am. That's where I am with that question. Thank you, Chiquita. Erika says, keep shining and inspiring like you're doing. That's the beauty of it all. Honestly, Familia, I'm really grateful for you all to be so open and willing to allow me to be open and honest and to be myself. That's like the greatest gift that this world has ever given me, is the opportunity for me to be myself. And my grandfather, this man right here, and this woman right here, my grandmother's name was Rita, and my grandfather was Ramon. They both just gave me a love that I never received from anyone, from no one, really. They were very loving. My grandfather taught me how to be a gentleman. He taught me how to respect women and how to respect people. My grandmother was the funniest person that I knew, and so the dad jokes and all that stuff like that sort of like soft humor I got from her. My grandfather was really like a person. He only went up to like, I think he only went to school until he was about 10 years old. He learned how to he took up smoking at age 10 because he was working the fields and they had to be smoking in order to get all the mosquitoes and everything off of them. The smoke, I guess, repelled the mosquitoes. So he'd been smoking since he was 10 years old. He learned how to play guitar all on his own. He just watched people. Someone actually saw that he was interested in guitar, so they gave him a guitar, and then taught him a few chords, and then he started learning songs on his own. He traveled Mexico, performing in radio stations all over. He met really great artists like Pedro Infante, which is a really like the most famous movie star and singer, one of the most famous singers in Mexico back in the 50s, 60s. And if you ever seen the movie Coco, the main character, I think they based it off of him, like his look, his same sort of style. He met Tintan. He met so many wonderful people in his lifetime. Taught me. I was his last student. I was his last guitar student, and they just taught me to be loving and be caring and to care about other people. My grandfather taught me to think before I act out on things. He taught me that people are going to be upset. They're going to be angry. You can't do anything to change that. You have to show them kindness when they meet with you aggressively or violently. One of his favorite sayings to me was I'll translate, but he said, somebody would do something and I'd be upset. I'm like, Grandpa, like this person said this to me and it hurt my feelings. And he would say, déjalos, que al cabo se van a morir. Like just leave them. They're going to die anyway. And he didn't mean it like negatively or like to say like, well, they're going to die or like with anger or hurt. He's just going to say, you got to forgive them because they're human. They're human. It's not like they're going to live forever. They be upset if they're living forever and they curse at you or they say something, but like, look, they're going to die too. So have compassion for them because they too are going to die. That's at least how I took it. But anyway, my point to all of this is just that like the person that you see, the person that I am this way because of those two beautiful people. They really instilled in me the desire to be better, to grow, to look at the brighter side of things, to be positive and to grow. Like just have that growth mindset to always seek to be better than you were yesterday. My grandfather knew hundreds of songs by memory, and I barely know like about 70 songs, and I can't commit to memory. But anyway, my point is that my grandfather was just always growing, and so am I. I learned to think, and I learned to be quiet and be still and to think things through before I act on anything. So there's that. So anyway, I'm ranting at this point. That was it for the questions. I don't know if you all have any questions here on the live that we can do. I have one more question for you all. And then I'll let you all enjoy your Saturday on a Friday. All right. So my question for you is, if you could sit with me and react to a song, any of the songs that I've done in the past, okay, no future songs. If you could sit down and if you could have been here with me while I reacted to one of my songs, which song would that be? Which song would you have been sitting here next to me reacting to on YouTube's? I love all this love that's going on in the live chat. Thank you all so much for being here. All right. Cassie says oceans. Carrie says so will I. Graves into Gardens. Okay, cool. That would have been a blocked party. Reckless Love. Ooh, Reckless Love. Okay. Whole Heart. Reckless Love for sure, says Roxana. The Blessing. That would have been. You would have been disappointed, Angela, if you would have done The Blessing with me, because I uploaded it and it was just like blocked. And that was the first video that was blocked, by the way. I was so disappointed. Let's see. Something Maverick City Music. Oh, those are great. Shane and Shane. Ooh, those are great. I'm going to do some Shane and Shane this week. So will I lean back? Awesome. For today, any song? Yeah, JM, those are fun, right? Those are pretty cool. Excellent. The Rush by Kings K. Oh, that was such a good song. Ooh, I love that one. Elliot just says a blocked party. That's great. Let's see. Something Maverick City Music. Reckless Love. Thank you, Chiquita. I enjoy being here with all of you too. What's wrong with my typing? I give up. Cassie, are you having trouble typing? Any Weird Al? Oh, Weird Al Yankovic. I actually thought about introducing my daughter to that the other day. I don't think she's seen it. Weird Al, awesome. Did you ever see, John, that he did that song by the Presidents of the United States? I think was that the name of that band, where they had that song that said, he's lump, he's lump, he's lump, he's in my head. And Weird Al did a version of that. He called it He's Gump, and he did Weird Al. Oh man, Weird Al, he was hilarious. He did Smells Like Teen Spirit too, and Beat It. He put Eat It. That was hilarious. Aaron Chan says, "Hey Leo, as you continue to watch The Chosen, you will slowly get to know Jesus and see the person he is. Holy Spirit came to be with us when Jesus ascended back into heaven." Awesome. You know what? I really like the way that they're telling this story. I'm getting a much more awesome picture of who Jesus is or was, and he hasn't even really actually come out much. That's what I meant to say. English is hard for me today. It's Friday, and even though he hasn't had much, he's only shown up like at the end of each episode. Like I could see, like, in his eyes, in the way that he approached Mary, in the way that he held her, in the way that he, invited himself in for Shabbat. Like, is it buffering? Oh, please no. Is it because I was singing? Let's do Defender. You want to do Defender, Erika? You got it. Let's do it. Yeah, it was wonderful. It's been great. Yeah, words are hard. Yeah. So cool. So thank you all so much for answering that question for me. Let's see. What other question could I ask you all? If you could, if there was someone new on my channel, someone who just came in, they've never heard of me yet, and let's just say that they haven't even heard any Christian music whatsoever, which reaction video would you share with them? Which would be like the first reaction video that you would want to share with them? I have a feeling everybody's gonna be like, "So will I," Reckless Love, and Oceans. Ooh, actually, since I know the answer to that question, more or less, I have another question. So, if I could go back and start all over again, what song should I start with? What song should I start with? If my channel were deleted and I had to start all over again, what song would I start with? Jesus' Upper Room. Oh, that's right, James. Okay, thank you. I've been asking you that question for the last few days, asking you to remind me which song you wanted me to react to, and I forget. Start with Oceans again, really? Wow. Cool. I'm so excited. I got my shift covered for Sunday. No, now I can watch a live. Awesome. So Erika's going to be on the live with us on Sunday, which is not tomorrow, Leonardo. Come on. What have you guys thought about the? Actually, great question now. Okay, now because I did something in the last two videos that I made, and I'm wanting your opinion on this so bad. And maybe you all can help me with the answers. Like, okay, so answer the question, but if somebody can keep track of where the scale balance is off to, you'll know in a second. How do you all feel about me pausing the video in between to say what I need to say about that part, rather than just letting it play all the way through to the end, making my comments and then making the comments at the end? Which version do you like best? And let's see which answers are. And did you all see my my drumming skills on Instagram Reels yesterday. I put on my headphones and I listened to some music, and then I try to copy it as much as I can. I think these air drum sessions have been paying off lately. Need to Ann Horton, awesome. She always knows what to say. That I would need to ask the Great Spirit. He knows best, of course. So will I, no pause. That helps. No pause. Okay. The pause helps, works for me. Pause it and make comments. Prefer pausing? Okay. Am I buffering again? Oh no. Ocean, since it was my first video ever. Choppy video? Oh no, please don't do that. Don't do that to me. Am I back on? I'm back on. Yes. Am I back? I'm back. Awesome. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to get off here soon. I just wanted to know, when it comes to the Talk About It Thursdays, what do you think? Should I do that format? You know how I did with you? I broke that format and I broke the song down. I chopped it into pieces. Should I do more of those, but outside of Thursdays? So in other words, not just do it on Thursdays to talk about it, because I've got a lot of great songs I would like to break down like that. I really did enjoy that. I enjoyed editing that. I enjoyed talking about the music in that way. It was just beautiful, 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 beautiful. What do you all think? Talk About It Thursdays. I should do Talk About It Tuesdays, since Taco Tuesday. I feel pausing sometimes interrupts when someone is feeling the Holy Spirit speaking. I gotcha. Maybe review different parts after with snippets. Of the parts being reviewed. Play in the background. Okay. All right. I'll keep that. All right, cool. I'm back on. All right, familia. Well, I would like to thank all of you for joining me today. For those of you who are on Discord, I will see you maybe tomorrow. I'll get on. I'll get on for a little bit tomorrow. So, or maybe a little bit later. But I want to thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for joining me. I want to send big hugs to all of you. I want to say thank you for being kind to one another. If we can please, as we're leaving, mention something you need a prayer for, so that our Discord family can go over to Discord and pray on your behalf. Who's Chadwick Boseman? I hope that's not a really dumb question for me to ask, but no way. Chadwick, really? The Black Panther guy died? Really? No way. Oh, that's so sad. All right, well, I guess we know what we're going to pray for. So let's just have like a quick moment of silence. No typing, if we can, please. Just for a little bit. Just to show our respect to Mr. Chadwick. He's battling cancer, really, for a couple of years, really. Oh, so sad. All right. I'm going to do a countdown, and if we can all just remain silent for just a tiny little bit, and then we'll get off of this, okay? So, just a few seconds of silence, please. In 3, 2, 1, silence. Thank you all so much, familia, for that. Really quickly, I'd like to thank everyone who on Discord who was praying for Erika's grandmother, Barbara. Thank you for caring so much and offering your prayers and for asking her how she's doing every single day. I want us all to also I want to offer prayers of strength for our sister Linda, who is herself going through something difficult with a friend of hers, not her personally, but a friend of hers is going through something very difficult. And Linda has been a huge support to her friend. And I just want to pray for strength for Linda and pray for peace for her friend. I also want to take a moment to ask for prayers for everyone I want to say for everyone in the world, but just for this whole corona, for this whole thing. I don't even know, am I allowed to say that word? For this Rona to be Gona, and the people suffering from it, the people who lost someone because of it, and the people who are sort of taking advantage of this moment to make it into a political thing and to to say that it's the right not to wear a mask and all that. I'm gonna just find peace in their hearts and hopes that everyone can at least come to their senses and make better decisions so that we can slow this thing down or end it somehow. Please and thank you. Honestly, I haven't even seen the news lately, so I have no idea what's going on. And also offer a prayer to the people who are suffering or who are experiencing the hurricanes that are going on the Gulf. I'm sorry, I'm not informed on that 100%. I only see little glimpses of it on the news when my family is watching the news. But I saw a few houses coming down and all that stuff. So let's just pray for the people that are going to be in that hurricane's path, and that hurricane begins to slow down somehow, or I don't know, that it starts to become weaker and weaker. And maybe we can give thanks for that. Give thanks for the hurricane starting to lose its power now. So, and anything else that's that's going on around the world that may be causing people suffering. I know that this life is suffering. Suffering is part of the package, but if we can pray for that suffering to at least be lessened, at least for one day, may someone who hasn't eaten, may they find food today. For someone who's been out in the cold, may they find warmth. Someone who's been out in the heat, may they find a fresh breeze come their way, give them a little bit of peace. May someone who's been abused, may they find peace tonight. May that person who abuses them just, I don't know, find something else to do with their time today. And if anyone wants to throw in something else like that, any other type of prayer like that, someone who suffered, someone who doesn't have a home to find a place to sleep comfortably tonight, just let's offer those types of prayers for family. This is what the internet was made for unity, to bring us all together, for all of us to communicate with one another and share information, instantly. We're seeing buffering here that's going on, but at least we weren't able to do this a few years ago. So be grateful for that type of connection, that type of human connection that we're allowed to have because of this. So, yes, Elvia, thank you for bringing that up. When people with depression, may they find peace. May they find peace tonight. People who can't sleep. Prayers for my mother who hasn't been able to sleep the last few days. She says she's been having a little trouble sleeping. So prayers for her as well. May they find peace and deep sleep tonight. Praying for people in prison. Yes, praying for people in prison is. I wanted to single out the ones who are innocent and who are there unjustly, but all of them. all of them. Pray for all mental illness. Yes, for those who suffer mental illness, may they find peace. May they find peace tonight. Thank you, Julene, for praying for my mother. Yes. And, praying for those people who are feeling alone today. May somebody message them and text them and check up on them. Which reminds me, familia, if you can be that person too, to message someone who sometimes says that they feel alone. If you've ever, and I'm sure you've heard someone who has ever said, I just feel like I'm alone. Like if you cannot message them, send them an email, send them a text message, send them a letter. Nobody does that anymore. Send them a handwritten letter, send them a card and just say, hey, I was thinking about you and I hope that you're doing well. It could be a simple message just like that. Hey, I want you to know that I love you. I appreciate you. And I was thinking about you and I just wanted to say hi, or I just wanted to message you and tell you that I love you. And as we said before, they're going to say, why? why do you say that? I just do. I appreciate you so much. Everybody matters. Everyone matters. Let's not forget about the people who are depressed, because there's a lot of us now, especially with this whole, lockdown. A lot of people just don't know what to do with themselves. A lot of people discover that they don't like themselves very much, and they need someone like you to reach out and send them virtual hugs. Send them a few words of kindness. All right, familia. Well, I appreciate you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. You all are so beautiful. Please join Discord if you haven't already. If you have, I will see you there soon. I don't know about tonight, but I will see you there soon. And I'm sending you all hugs, virtual ones. I'm sending you all love and peace and joy and tranquility and a laugh. I'm going to post in a bit. I'm going to post on Instagram a photo of my guitar, and I'm going to request that you all share names, suggestions for my guitar, and then I'll pick the best ones, and then we'll vote on the best ones and see what we can all come up with, okay? All right. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'm going to do a quick countdown for the outro here. Quick shout out to JT, the gentleman who gave me the drum set. He made this little track for me as well, so adding it to the list of songs. If you all know a musician out there is looking for a little bit of exposure and would like to share a song that I can use as an intro, have them message me or email me. I'll be more than happy to. It's okay if they wanna charge. I can send them something via Venmo. I'd be happy to. A quick shout out to our good friend Jose. I hope everything's good with him. He actually provided the tracks that I've been using on the video, so shout out to him, and he didn't ask me for anything. So it's very, very kind of him. All right, everybody. We're doing the countdown for our exit here, and I'm exiting in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.